it's very interesting what we're seeing currently. And my message to you is keep calm. So keep calm, keep your head cool. Hello and welcome to this week's Catching Up. I'm Bernie, and with me is today again my business partner, Joakim. Hello and welcome to this week's weekly Catching Up. What's going on in the financial world, in the crypto world? Big things are happening. Huge movements. We're seeing the stocks going lower and lower. We're seeing cryptos going lower and lower. And I give you a short overview of what's happening currently. And of course, we need to build up trust in the current situation, because many people are panicking right now. They're seeing markets going down. They are panic selling. A lot of fear is in the financial world currently. So we're seeing a lot of fear happening. That's also something we see in the fear and greed index, which I will share in a moment with you. By the way, I am here in our house in Cyprus, enjoying the awesome weather while watching the prices going up and down, the volatility, and having my fun in seeing discount prices coming up. So if you want to know what we're talking about, if you want to learn more, we also have a Facebook group where we're sharing a lot of insights and news, and a lot of mindset work we're doing there. So just join the group. Just search for Catching Secrets on Facebook if you are not still part of that group. All right. Anything from your side to say, Joakim?
Let's go.
Yes.
There are a lot of interesting things happening, so pay attention, because the only way to keep up with the crazy times in this world with a lot of uncertainty that many people feel is to implement what we are about to share with you. So I'm excited to be here as well. So let's go, Bernie.
Awesome. I promised you, here's the fear and greed index. And it is switching to extreme fear, which means we are in a psychological cycle. We are in this position where everyone is selling. So we are at the lowest point. Everyone is selling because they are getting into fear, into panicking. Usually the market, the prices, the stocks, they are turning again. Then they are going up. And if they're on the top again, everyone of those people who are losing money in the financial world, they are jumping in right on the next top, and then they are getting out at the next bottom again. So they are just burning money there. But this is not us. We have to be calm. We have to be vigilant. We have to be aware of the situation. We have to analyze the situation, and then we can make decisions that make us money, that make us profits, awesome profits. And millionaires are made in times where the markets are struggling. So when markets are going down heavily, then people who have a clear mind, who have a clear overview, who have a plan, who have a checklist, they will make profits, and a lot of profits compared to others who are just blindly buying and selling some stocks. So talking about what's going on, we have tech giants. Tech giants means companies like Apple, Google, Amazon. So those are the big tech companies. They lost more than 1 trillion in value in the last 3 trading days. What does that tell us? First of all, that means there is a lot of value in the markets, in the stock prices, that there is a lot of value that's not the current value. So there's always the future reflected into the stock prices. An Apple stock never reflects the current value of Apple. It always reflects what the investors are predicting for Apple to happen. So what is their perspective in the future? Will Apple launch a new car, for example, or will Apple be the number one supplier for watches in the future? Something like that. So it's the vision that is powering the prices. And if the vision gets damaged, if the vision gets some kind of weak, then the price lowers and it comes down to a real valuation. And the real valuation means the current valuation of the company. And that would mean, for example, in Facebook, we see currently, we see in Facebook that Facebook is coming down very close to its real book value. So the value the company has in its books, for all the assets that they are owning, all the buildings, the real estate, all the hard assets that they are owning, all the soft assets that they're owning, everything put together is generating a certain amount of value. And this value is reflected then in the stock price if a company is coming down to its book value on the stock market. And that's what we're not at that point currently, but we are coming closer to that point. And that gives us great opportunities to buy into stocks that come closer to their real valuation.
This is great, Bernie, because during the pandemic, so starting 2 years ago, when the pandemic became a fact, a lot of people realized that investing into stocks in the companies is a great way to bring more wealth into their world, to do something even more meaningful with their savings. And with all these people, new people that never invested before, putting all this money into investing, a lot of prices of these companies that you're talking about, they increase so much. So they've been overvalued for so long time. And this is the essence of what Bernie is talking about. And it's so great. I hope you see the value of this knowledge. When the price now comes down, you get these stocks at a discount compared to what the market has shown. And when we say market, it's other people. What other people have proven to be willing to pay for the company. So the price been going up, and then now it's coming down. And that difference, there is a potential for the price to go up. And now it just means that we're getting closer for you to pay for the actual real value of the company and not spending kind of too much on an investment. But when these prices drop, it's at a great sale. So it's huge, Bernie. It's huge.
Yeah, absolutely, and we're always seeing momentum in the prices. So we are always seeing, when we talk about COVID. Thanks that you brought it up, Joakim. During COVID, the prices got momentum to the upside because everyone was expecting, for example, Zoom, would the program, the app that we're right now using, that everyone in the world will have Zoom because they have to sit at home, they have to work at home, they have to do their schooling at home, and the investors expected everyone in the world will have Zoom, and now they bought it, and it was reflected in the stocks price, and that got momentum because many people are usually following blindly the movements in the market. So if people are seeing prices are going up and they are hiking higher and higher, they say, oh, what a great chance. I have to jump in right now. I have to buy this stock because this stock will make me a lot of money. And this is getting momentum, and then it's over exaggerating. Then it's going beyond the level that's normal because of this self-fulfilling prophecy. And this is the point that you as an investor have to recognize, where you can take action, where you either sell a position, or where you wait for a pullback so that the price is coming back to a reasonable amount, level, which we're seeing right now. And then it's what we're seeing right now is this over exaggeration into the other direction. So the prices have hiked higher and higher and higher into the sky, and there was momentum to the upside, and now it turned recently. So a few months ago, it turned to the downside, and now it got momentum to the upside. It's over exaggerating to the upside, and these are the chances where we can get in cheaply. And
so the opportunities are coming to a point closer to being undervalued, so they are at a huge discount then. What
exactly,
that what means to you when you actually tap into these opportunities, just to build upon another thing Bernie said, like in bad or uncertain economic times, that's when millionaires become billionaires, because they understand that this is cycles. Price is going to go up, price will come down, and guess what? It's a matter of time before it turns around, because the fear and some uncertainty that people feel, that the majority feel, is going to end at some time when they see that there's going to be financial stability, their financial outlook is going to be better, and then price goes back up. And that means those that took action, they will profit from that. I can tell you, more money is lost from indecision than making the wrong decision. And there's no wrong decision, because you get experience. That is why we are here, to give you these opportunities, to show you what's possible.
Exactly. That's why we have developed a system that is setting you. You can lean back while you are investing, because you get a checklist. You have a system in place that is giving you a guideline.
Bernie, I don't think you should lean back. You might fall into the pool.
Absolutely, yeah. You're not just leaning back and watching. Maybe I'm falling down now, but the thing is, I'm sharing my screen right now, and you are seeing here exactly this psychological cycle. So you're seeing this psychological cycle where, in the first phase, people are. This is the smart money. People are acquiring money. This is the money of those that have an idea what they're doing. That they know what they're doing. They know the markets. Then there come the institutional investors, which are the big banks, and the smart money is basically they are making the markets. So they are designing everything. They have the power to do that. Then there come the institutional investors, which are the big banks, the huge bank, Goldman Sachs, and Morgan Stanley, and BlackRock. And then there comes the public, and the public is usually these are the retail investors like us, and we have to jump in right after the institutional investors. And usually most people of the retail investors are jumping in where you see this line telling you here. So right close to the highest point, they're jumping in, and then they're losing money. They're getting desperate, and they are selling again. So that's something I wanted to share with you today. It's very interesting what we're seeing currently, and my message to you is keep calm. So keep calm, keep your head cool, and if you keep your head cool at that moment right now, you will be very happy in the future. I don't know when this future will take. It could be, in my opinion, this down move could last until the mid of the year, so July, August. There is the saying, it says, sell in May and go away, but always remember to come back in September. So this seems to be true for this year. And now, if you want to learn more, we have our programs where we go more in depth about on those topics in our weekly call. And just drop a comment if you have any questions. Now I'm handing over the ball to Joakim.
Awesome. And let's bring us up to date on the crypto world as well. And it's the same tendency there with prices going lower. And again, when we invest in solid projects, things that we have seen, that we understand, actually provide some value, that solve a problem, these projects are gonna turn back up when people see that their financial outlook is gonna be even better. And why is like Bitcoin falling? And Bitcoin also affects a lot of the other cryptos that exist, because there are like more than 17,000 cryptos that you can invest in. Not all of them are worth investing in. The point is there are many opportunities. What's going on with Bitcoin? And recently, the central banks and authorities, they are withdrawing what's known as liquidity. They are stop printing money in the same amount that they did during the pandemic. And this also now, with the times we are in, inflation is going up. So the financial support from the government is going down. Prices of goods and services are going up. And this adds some uncertainty to a lot of people. And the thing is that inflation erodes the value of cash. So it means that it's better to spend your money on something, for example, invest it, than just holding it. And the thing with a high inflation rate, and that means also a lot of investors, they want to invest in things that has less risk. So a lot of people then, okay, they want to invest in something that has more predictable growth compared to Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is, by its nature, is what we call volatile. The price goes up and down a lot. However, price going down, when we talk about solid projects, it's just a great opportunity. So the point there, there's a lot of factors that makes the price go down just because of the times we are in. And as Bernie said, it is in bad or uncertain economic times that wealthy people, they understood that this is a cycle. The price is going to go back up. Bernie talked about stock prices being dropping a bit. In the crypto world, it's been dropping massively. So the gap we are at currently, and so the gap all the way to the all-time high, what the people have been willing to pay historically, that gap, it's such a huge gap that we can close to make a lot of profits. Omicron is another factor helping Bitcoin going down, because it's been slowing the economic growth in the world. And when we talk about global perspectives, things lag. There is like, from something happens until it takes effect, it's a certain time. There is this, the one thing affects the others. So it takes time. And so Omicron is still like a factor for economic growth and not keeping up at the pace that we would like to. And there's also geopolitical tension. The invasion in Ukraine is adding uncertainty, and oil price has been going up as a result. And oil is still a very important resource in the world. I'm not saying it's good for the environment. I'm not taking a stance on that here. It's another discussion. It's just a fact. A lot of industries depending on oil, and the price been going up. And this is also adding to people selling off crypto and moving into other kind of assets, such as stocks, or even lower volatile investments. So there's a lot of uncertainty in the world when it comes to investing. So many people are asking, why should I invest in Bitcoin? That is the exact reason why you should invest in crypto. Now, you got to do your own research. We can't give you any advice because we are no financial advisors. Now, we do have the experience to share with you exactly what's working. So the uncertain times is exactly why you should invest. Bernie, before I go into like what could happen with the Bitcoin and crypto recovery, is there something you would add?
No, the only thing to add is that what history has proven so far is that Bitcoin is some kind of leveraged stocks. So when stocks are moving 2%, Bitcoin is moving 6%, for example. That's something that history has shown. It is that means higher volatility, so higher moves up and downwards, which can be useful, which can be used in terms of your amount of money, for example, that you decide to invest. So how much money should you invest in a crypto investment, for example, versus a stocks investment? Should it be the same amount? But we say no due to the fact that that the movements are higher. But more on this as well. This is also something that we're covering in our programs, where we have some calculators that are supporting you in calculating all the things that need to be calculated, and we're taking off the load from you so that you can have easy investments and easy determination of how much money you should spend actually into one investment.
Awesome.
And making advantage of these leverage effects.
And to take part of the opportunities, you got to invest in yourself. And regarding that, to build upon what you're saying, Bernie, I'm just so excited because in a day, Wealth Master with Tony Robbins is starting. I'm going there as a leader. And I just picked up my content box this day with
awesome.
Yeah, with the content for the events that we would need as leaders as well to support the people, and also Tony's book, Money Master the Game. And this is what all of this is about: mastering the wealth, mastering the game of money, because
awesome.
It's so much more about money. And yes, Bitcoin and cryptos are going to go back up in price. For example, with crypto, there are mechanisms that ensures that, especially with Bitcoin, that there is a limit to the amount of Bitcoin that can ever exist. And that means Bitcoin is going to become a scarce resource. And what happens to the price of scarce resources? It goes up. And as more adoption is coming, like more technology, more businesses is going to take advantage of crypto, price is going to go up. And now with price dropping so much, people are going to see that, this is relatively cheap compared to where it's been in the past. So that will attract more buyers. So the question is, are you actually taking part of this opportunity right now? And finally, as we're going to see that the global financial situation is stabilizing over time, then price is going to go up as well, because then many people will feel less risk and uncertainty in their everyday life. They will be more willing to add their money into the crypto world. So for example, over the next year or 1.5 years, when central banks have finalized their run of increasing the interest rates, and people see that, okay, I will survive, I will manage to pay that interest as well, people will be even more willing to invest. So prices are going to go up again in the future. That is your opportunity to profit from it. And it's right in front of you now. Bernie, that is the crypto world. So is there anything to talk about regarding the pie, the pie investment that we have running?
Yeah, actually, so we make it really short for the pie today. Nothing to do, nothing to invest, as we have invested last week into our pie. We added one stock. It was Apple. Let me just share my screen. And we have a really short look into our portfolio here. So what we're seeing right now, we have our holdings here is overview. I'm clicking on holdings. You see Apple from last week has been down 3.6% since last week. So we invested 30 euro roughly last week, and now we're down 3.6%. And as said before, as said during the last times, keep cool. So it doesn't, as long as you don't realize your profits, as long as I don't sell this basket, I don't have these losses. They are on paper only, but I don't have realized them. So it will recover, and we invest one more time next week. So when we're investing next week, and I hope the prices go even lower, because that means much more discount, much closer to the basic value of this of the stock or of the crypto. It doesn't matter what pie you're investing in. And
Bernie, I just got to add that. Did you hear the amount Bernie was investing? 30 euro. You can get started with very low amounts of money. I just want to add that because it's huge for many people.
And that gives us the confidence, that gives us the calmness, that gives us the coolness of taking prices going down, because I don't care if I'm losing 30 euro, basically. It's maybe your number that you don't care losing is different. This is our, what we call, this is our financial comfort zone. So some people are comfortable with losing 10 euro. Some people are comfortable with using 1,000 euro. So it's very individual. What's your financial comfort zone? And this is also something we're covering in our programs. Finding out where is your financial comfort zone.
The point there is that you're comfortable with setting aside an amount of money that you don't see again in a while, because you're going to let that money work for you so that it grow in size and that you can reap the benefits of that in like maybe 6 months down later, a year, or a couple of years later, so that you just allow yourself to have the patience. That is what this is all about, that financial comfort zone.
Absolutely, yeah. And one last thing that I wanted to show you is the performance. So we see 7.5% down overall so far on our investment. And I would like to compare that with the S&P 500, which is some kind of a benchmark of the economy. So if we would have invested just in a product that is reflecting the S&P 500, there are so-called ETFs. That's something for another day. This topic, what is an ETF? We will cover that in one of the next calls. So if you bought an ETF, then you have made so far, here's the pie challenge start. Your losses today would be 15.8% since your investment into this ETF. Due to the fact that we have our own investments here, and that we are investing continuously, so on a 2 weekly basis here, we have just lost half of that amount. So and this is the beautiness. This is the awesome thing of the cost average effect that we are taking advantage of right now, and we're even maximizing that by investing more if it's going lower, and investing less if it's going higher. If you don't know what the pie challenge is, just go on our YouTube channel. We have the 5-day plus a bonus day challenge, where you see short videos and we show you exactly how to set up a pie. What is a pie? What can it do for you? And basically, the short version of that is you can make your money work for you by spending 1 hour or less per month in managing your pie or your basket. Okay, if you want to know more about that, if you have any questions, drop us a comment, and we will be happy to answer them next time. So from my side, that was it.
Yes, let's do our move, and we'll see you back next week. As Bernie said, drop any comments you have to us so that we can support you on your journey, so that you can get the confidence and skills to bring an income from investing. Reach out to us.
Yeah. See you next week. Happy profits. Bye-bye. Please be aware, we are no financial advisors. We do not provide any advice. We only share our experience, and our results are not typical. If we mention any stocks, funds and other type of investments, it is for educational and illustrational purposes only. Most people are unable to achieve similar results to ours. If you want to achieve similar results, you have to commit yourself to systemize, to learn and to stick to the rules.